Kaho Agyeiwaa so mafie studio se no abeka junction ship house and crying. Bidi Agyeiwaa Agyeiwaa Kodie bede.
Anim Addo afi yenran se no ana ye ko mra hyebedwa na mra hyebedwam na edom kuma no de nsem ato dom kese da nim kire NDC de nsem ato MPP anim se sabre de oman Ghana sika se benyina yeti ye ko IMF akopa bisia se de be oman sika se mtutu no ebegyina yi na no na edom kuma no eka kire dom kese ne se memmom nka bi obaabi ada se edom kuma no ana se NDC amanyuku no efri aban mu no ene mo man tutu no yie enti na nei Ghana edne ho ekwakodom IMF ne mbom nyintum so wontotoe no ena ankoyie.
The essence of this press briefing is to state unequivocally that President Nana Addo Dankwa and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should take full responsibility for incompetently managing the economy to suffocating debt level which has necessitated the retreat, for us to request an agreement with the International Monetary Fund for the restructuring of our debt. As they take full responsibility, they should. They should also take responsibility for their reckless and irresponsible borrowing and unjustified profligate expenditure, which has led us to the journey of retreat. They should stop any attempt to shift blame. E-levy remains an unpopular tax instrument, and therefore the fact that it passed does not mean it had the support or has the support of the minority. We rejected it because it was unpopular. We shared it with you. We rejected it because it's marks of double taxation. Indeed, in many jurisdictions, it will not stand constitutional acceptability. I cannot see why I take my income tax, pay an income on my tax, and in sending 2,000 of it to my mother on an electronic platform, I still have to pay tax on it. So our position on it have not changed. Therefore, the essence of this press briefing, they must take full responsibility and focus on expenditure reduction, particularly focusing on social intervention whilst they reduce their opulent expenditure.
That we in the minority will never and can never accept a blame that suggests that we deliberately rejected government policy. We rejected government policy for the people of Ghana because our constituents do not believe in that policy. We told them that they should come to the table for us to design a bipartisan policy to replace it. They never listened to us. So I can only say that I saw this coming. Most of us saw this coming. If you're a driver and you see a car that is certainly going to have an accident, you see it. So we saw this car going to have an accident. Today, Ghana's economy has had an accident that will take a long time for us to repair. The economy needs body works, big time body works, probably overhauling of the engine, and it should start from the economic management team. The president must indeed overhaul all of it and do what is right. So we remain and believe that we still have some work to do and we'll commit to do that. The only thing I want to add again is that this IMF program will differ from all the IMF programs that we've seen in the past. In fact, this will be the first time that we will do an IMF program with debt restructuring. That means a lot. That will mean that Ghana is going to go through another phase of HIPIC, to the extent that we are going to look at our debt and restructure it. The government should come clean and tell us what exactly the people of Ghana should expect it, instead of blaming Ukraine and Russia. Sadly, they are telling us that the Ukraine war has affected Ghana more than Ukraine. Unfortunately, today as we speak, all our economic indices, as compared to Ukraine is better than us, even though they are at war. Yet we, sitting here, huge kilometers away from Ukraine, is trying to blame Ukraine and Russia. No wonder the Russian embassy has been consistent in telling the government to stop what they are doing.
Onwenya for Ambrose Derry, our no aye oswa for share efisem so eko mashibedwam. Enam so ema Agyeiwaa Duma se mashibedwani. Onwenya for Muhammad Bawa Brahma Bisano said aben ena mrashibedwafo beye aduasa mienu 62 no omo ebenya omo body gas no omo benya enema a omde bebo omo ho ban eno ena osoafo no buase no se enchekro omo nsa beka isanse posifo guso a omo toto niema nti se enema no eye akode no eba ye be mo omo sa ka omo de ama bambo na koso yi ama wo.
I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior, when bodyguards assigned to members of Parliament will be properly equipped to carry out their mandate.
Honorable Speaker, following my directive to the Police Administration to provide armed guards for 200 members of Parliament, the Police Administration established a police steering committee to see to the implementation of the policy. The committee, among others, identified the logistical and accommodation needs of the personnel assigned as armed bodyguards to MPs. The personnel were selected and taken through 2 weeks basic combat and weapon handling training at the Form Police Unit. Upon completion of the training, most of the guards were provided with pistols and the necessary logistics required for the protection of the respective MPs. Mr. Speaker, available police records indicate that 62 police guards assigned to MPs are yet to be issued with pistols. This is attributed to the fact that there have been exponential demand for the supply of arms from the armor of the police to the police personnel assigned to be bodyguards for MPs, judges of the Supreme Court, ministers of state, and senior police officers. Efforts are, however, underway to procure additional arms and ammunition for the Ghana Police Service to enable them cater for the remaining 62 bodyguards and others assigned to the judges of the Supreme Court, ministers of state, and senior police officers.
The 62 that he mentioned, how soon will they be provided with the sidearms?
We are in the process of procuring sidearms, and this Parliament has actually, on both sides, worked to support the requests and demands of the security agencies. What we are now going through is the procurement processes. And Mr. Speaker, sometimes when we are moving these things from one country to the other, you can imagine how many times I have to sign to actually testify or support or confirm that those arms are meant to come to a sovereign country and for legitimate use. But as soon as we get those arms, we will make sure that the 62 personnel are provided with arms.
That's why I'm not sure na Interior Minister some bisa no so MP Ogyinama amanfo Medina Honorable Francis Xavier so bisa se okọ babia ye neduafo no ewo na modidi 7 ade no ya na ho nsem no enkoyi papa ne no eno yi ano se enche bia no so afohwe oman sika sem so edne sabe chekrata se nei aduane a ye de man neduafo no 1 cedi 80 pesos na so de sa sha se wi a eba be 5 cedis na chese sika sem no betua ko no tirem se ene ye aduane ho nsem ne ade o neduafo o maso ye no enhyeda nkoyi enti oso afo de sa sha se a eno beboa na aduane akoho.
I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior the measures being taken to increase the feeding allocation of Ghana cedis 1.80 per day with the view of ensuring prisoners' right to adequate food and nutrition in line with...
Mr. Speaker, the Ghana Prison Service and the Ministry has made various attempts for the upward adjustment of the feeding rate from 1 cedi 80 pesos to 5 cedis. I must acknowledge that this move to increase this rate precedes our coming to office. It's not as if it's just us who have seen the need to promote that. So I must acknowledge that. We are, however, yet to receive approval for that. That notwithstanding, the Ghana Prison Service supplements the inmates' feeding with produce from prison farms in order to avert malnutrition and its related problems.
I just told the House that they made several attempts to as it were, adjust upwards the feeding grant, but they are yet to receive approval from the Ministry of Finance. I'm certain that the media review will be taken next week or thereabouts. Will he consider making further overtures to Ministry of Finance to, as it were, consider doing the upward review in the media review, so that for the rest of the year we can experience an increment in the allocation to the prisoners?
Yes, it's worth considering, but I would like to appeal to the House that without your support, that will not be possible. So we look forward to your support generally and specifically in this matter. Thank you.
Yejina we say so ahome aba ye ba kase bo no ye beto aso yesro menko bebia.
August House.
Yama yehu Akua bafe yeto akase bono eso. Nanum obi adwura ewo asante mante momentime wasne pinche yiniti nam supo ema enipa bi efamu ehweremo enkwa eno achi ne bi eprepraye. Enti ebra enne efisem soafo ekomra hyebedwam no. Ena mpenifo bi sa no say wono mahweremo nkwa ne de abusua no oman no pesika kakra ede ma won. Na wono maprepra no de be na oman no eye ede amomo. Yempe petesika bi bro ni beka se compensation bi ema won. Na ema nso abrabo no ntumpo na sei ena efisem soafo yi anu na sei su na sembisa no ekoye.
Listening to the minister, he seemed to be suggesting to this august house that following that unlawful conduct of the police, which resulted in the unlawful loss of life of Nasir and Mohammed Mutala, victims had to take care of themselves. Victims had to take care of themselves because, in your words, you are awaiting medical reports to the Attorney General. Will you consider reviewing the state medical emergency policy for such victims? Because, Mr. Speaker, permit me, you have shot me innocently. I'm struggling for my life and health. I'm being told that take care of yourself. Then later the state will take care of you. Mr. Minister, would you want to review the policy so that victims instantly can rely on the state for the needed support? I thank you.
The Honourable Leader, I know in good faith might have overlooked some part of my answer. The medical report has been submitted to the Attorney General. What the Attorney General wants to find is whether there were any expenses, not necessarily medical expenses. Not necessarily medical expenses. But if the MP can give us the go-ahead that we should cut off and move on, we will do so. Secondly, I'm aware that some medical bills were paid. I went on a visit and ordered that they be so paid. But having said so, we cannot assume that there were no incidentals beyond that. And we want to be sure that before we arrive at a decision, we take care of all these, incidentals. If the Member of Parliament can give me the assurance now that we need not wait for further information of indebtedness, as a result, we proceed. Thank you.
I have always been saying that that compensation is woefully inadequate because to lose a loved one through the recklessness of state security institutions and you to be compensated 250,000 Ghana cedis is woefully inadequate because in some jurisdictions 250,000 Ghana cedis cannot even perform their funeral. And then with regards to the injured, you all heard the answer that the minister gave, that assessments have been made and they are waiting on me to provide further additional information. Meanwhile, when the bereaved family were going to pay their compensation, I was not consulted. But I've engaged the minister. He has told me that they want to pay the compensation and then it will be it will bring finality to the issue. So I will liaise with the family and the injured victims and then report back to him next week to ensure that adequate compensation is paid to the injured victims.
Also, for me, the church Ghana Jedi and so at the same at to Honorable Herbert Krapa, say, a no man kuma record amanonino, a fee, a tremu, ne cost papa, a chess 17%, or handy chemu a dun so chess, secure bro may a $3.3 billion or chess, so may a no man kuma year, a Jedi any amanoni for dinner, a bit me who sunset 2021 no, in Usika 7 ebo minor pa.
Ghana Export Promotions Authority womonsa so yetimi enam na fe o my Ghana ne amapa ye wo no yetimi ede bi kwa amanone na chese export na ye ka ho asem no afen so ene amapa ne bi wo mo bo ho dawru na wo monsa so eto wo dwumadi o mu die mu nyina enchene ede ma o my Ghana se ne be ya ye adwadie na afen so yemfidi dwuma ene ne ekeka ho no bibia betimi awie mu die sabre wo mo na monsa so eye student ahodo mo kwaje ntete e wo international trade mu e wo African Trade House en Kran wo mo etimi graduate omo e de omo ababonten a suafo abedi akira ohwe eye adwadie na fe mfidi dwuma nsem so no nyamfo Herbert Krapa wode ato stakeholders anasa pamfo mu ne omo ye adwuma e wo export sector ni nyina anim se wo mo modern se aban omo de titapa betai wo mo achi sane be ya non traditional export no so wo mo ebetimi atira se de aya omo ye nimpo no matimi anya na dodo mu e de akwamanone a aban no botai opeso odru ho no obetimi edru ho
Ghana trade and investment, export trade, no, area was a Yakoswa, Neyama Nikon, and Ra. Ye launchy wa Ministry of Information report statistics on 2021 non-traditional export revenues are cost by 17%, which this is papa from 2.84 billion United States dollars to 3.33 billion United States dollars. As papa na the say private sector ni exporters no. Omo ejuma na omo ye no aban eguso show mu kena show mu ahoden na omo nso no de kire nso so omo so mafa no se asem a ehu hia a omo koso omo ye ebe sre se stakeholders nyina eboa e export ecosystem nim customs stakeholders ni nyina FDA Ghana Standards Authority Ministry of omo nyina ebe sre so omo bekoso na omaboa exporters no na ye hu se edwuma na exporters ye oman edwuma na omo ye mfaso no enye omo nko omo ho na mfaso no ko mfaso no ba ma oman ni nyina na ye nyina partner institutions ye nyina ye koso boa mjidi se 17% by the next year I will see it in the cop.
Penny Kwanjwe for the Ghana Export Promotions Authority Dr. Akua Sabiasare ekasa ye de fa Ghana National Export Development Strategy no ehu na wode to international trade graduates ni nyina enim se won mo emfa akwanya aban ne de ato ho no ehwe se obetimi e de atre export sector no emu no no mo so emfa empemo abrabo ne de o makokko sua ni nyina no enkonkan
Ghana ye nyame ehran bebre se ye ka se ye export bibie niema bia nka ye benya ne ebro hampo enso no ya ho de ntimi ni nyina enti ye guso aye koso ni nyina na ye develop bi but say sia ne ye strategy no e ka se ye was 17 priority areas aye enti sa priority areas obi akoye internet ni so obehu ebi ni cocoa enye cocoa no raw cocoa wine say chocolate cocoa wine cocoa paste cocoa powder o share enra ye announce ye statistics no eno kra na ama ye sika bebre so hwe ye non traditional products say the value ka ho na cocoa products ye the value ka ho na ama ye other cocoa products no derivatives no eno kra na eko enim na nkofo bebre o asesi anwa start say we won chocolate nkete o baby ya fa dream bebre ye ka won abom ya ka won abom dida aye hwese ne aye betumi a ye beboa won.
Freedom eko kitase ekwan no enye kwanwa ewumu brofo kwansi ne beye aduonu miensa 23 kilometers na ene osoafo hwe akwan ne akwantin bo so nyamfo kwasi amoakwata e kire se oman no ene adwumakwa wondin ye First Sky Limited for do musa agentiase apmase so mo hwe enye kwan no mo ye so mo nyunu yiye na emuama akobadie enkoyie maye
Santi asepam we no eyesuafo a wo hwe akwan ne akwantin bo sem so no nyamfo kwasi amoakwata One First Sky Limited construction firm we and womde omonsa ehente asepam no ase na wo kyese wo ba be na omonsa so na fe wo mahwe na ekwan a Freedom mede kwaketa ase a ni nyina no atete apansam no wo mo atimi asiesie no no ye brofo kwansi kwan 23 kilometers no mo di sika boten a eno no ye $24 million and wo mo de eba be ye kwan ni nyina Ebron monyafo no kasa no wo kyese so wo mo ewie sa kwan we no ebeboa ama manfo krampo a wo mo etwi ahyan edi free enkrade kopeduase ene enkronka yeso no ewo epoye mantem no wo so kra betimi enya kwan foforo so afa ne nyina na betimi abo makobedi ensem enti asepam no wode nsem bi sei ena tudwa efa ho
domi kitasi road no na ya sani home contract ene saa kwan no ɛyɛ kwan a ɛho hia papaapa wɔ ɔman menkasa kwan a aka nyinaa ɛho hia kwan bi a ɛwɔ Ghana ɛho hia but saa kwan wei in particular no na ɛho hia aban papaapa fidi ho nkita ho akyɛ Ministry of Finance yɛwura Ken Oforiata odi facility yɛkyia because na government pɛsɛ yɛde yɛ kwan no nti nya Kuwaiti fund na yɛde yɛ saa project no in dollar terms it's about a little over $24 million. A bus is about 192.2 or so million Ghana cedis. Now, yeah, procurement processes in both foreign and local contractors and a compete for. I am happy say Ghana ni now what to me a image I can see a course no what to me a winning contract a home can sema Ghana and a home can sema a buying if you say from 2017 a buying at the scene and him say obesha yen local contractors no din na won so atimi improve your broni friend one capacity na won dia ye adwuma and foreign facility aba now foreign and local contractors are competing now Ghana company a win and First Sky Group companies are a bonny home modern power or man no papa it's a leading construction company in our country. Nti himself won bekoso ayedwuma. Na won be with this project in 24 months.
Esandra ya hune de aseda ama ya boafo ye ba ye beto akase bono eso. Omnyina kwa ba ye to akasebo no so ye ko MPP amanyoko no aso ye nyame yadon adwure abosom ye wo mu ne de to so edu na ekopme edu enson no ombehie no mayo mo annual delegate conference no eno begina so ato aba edi eyi edom ana sempedifo ebeda eku no ano na eno na elections committee pani oda no Rua Makmenu ede ensewa tudwa akyekyerebu se abom no pedifo hihye nyame yadon na atwe besiu no omo magina nyina nsabeka ena ebiu atemdidie ne nkeka ne ade ndie wa wagina se ento abama no wo asempa bia ka kira manfo ne ento abama ne matemdidie die omunyi emfrim
yepese yefa bofidie so e ka che aspirants ana omo mugina no ene omo supporters say ma obi edidi ne yonko ate na yefa botoye mu ene kasade ene enye campaign ukwa akawasem ene de obetima ye ama ekuo no yempe atedidie campaign yempe ahuhu sem e campaign
Wọ́n nsẹ́m wei nyina no tudwa ẹwọ mo headquarters eno no asalam down wọ Nkran eno ena titirani edema elections committee no Owura Peter Makmenu wode ba betudwa sese ne beye na adwentanta anase doubt enkonko unity ẹwọ abato mo de be hyehyɛ so ni nyina mu no delegate baako bi anase si ahene baako bi a no obetimi ede na abato no tumi no ama nipa baako ema waba begina mu ato aba no ede ama no a eno mpo no ansa na nipa na wo ba begina mu ebetimi ayade ama won no atwa fata sɛ wono nso etimi yesi ahene ni anaso ye delegate ansa na Saatumi no betimi ede ahyanensa
wo a oto abani dia obi owa amanoni awoni mpabo ama se betu na balo ba ko pe e na obetimi ato utimi tu mienu ana amiensa na wo a oto abani bi de kwa de ne wo ma ho na obenya obi mpabo ahye se woni betu abani bi ya no so ehwo se ni aba e se ye pesa abana ye to no eye busuaba ye mpese achinyije bia beba emuaye no results no na ya bi ya tiase na ya kabo na ya break 8 no na Ghana afa no tuma pefra
eno eche wasande to aspirant anaso omo mugina ne ato omo so aba no ayi omo no nyina anim se omo hwe na omo ankwanko tuetue sika bi amfa ntom ma amfa mfiri esi ahenefo ne nsem vote buying eno woka wasem no na omo enso abo moden se omo behwe na ene bambo adwuma yekofuo eye security personnel no omo de bi beba bia ya omo to aba no se ne be ya asomdwe nsem betimi ayi ne ti a bibia nso betimi akoso frenchem ewo hono
na ye mpese aspirants ebe hatu ada yeto abanama eho aye basbasa bia se police for ebeba abehwe sebeya asomdwe peace ebeba na dwumadi na koso ne kwanso jo ene so ya dia eho asem ehiaye afeso ye mpese aspirants bia ba beja ho na ochiche bribe ana sika ese ye wo emra bia ye friend PNDC law 284 ewo Ghana ha etia sadia eti yesusu dua se ma obia nya na dwen se odisika ana bribe bia ebeba na me de foto ho ba de na se si Nigeria wo mu yiroko echichi nkofo a no mu twetweska ewo wo mu primaries ti yeso ye ni abre se ye ma sadia no mekata ye MPP ho
Akomadan Afrancho ewo Offense North abato mpesiane so Asante Mademu na omokwan no aban ede ama contractor ni se wonye na kwan contractor ni nifa so eye kwan no adehye ne se ekonya asachichide nante ne nkontem enti ama akobadie ayedin ensuo to mu ntimi nko awiabode na mfuturo no agekwan na bosunti omo esra ba no se woni contractor ni nkasa na wonhye ne kutupa se ekwan wonya ne ntem na omu ntimi fa so na emoa wo makobadie
Addition bia omo Akomadan Afrancho no Offense North Mensinimo ewa Santimantema ne youth nsem twerɛfo atwetwe nkomo ene omo kyerɛ sɛ omo kwan asɛm enya ade a eso ani kra na kwan ne bi wɔ kra na contractor ewo so a wɔyɛ nso no enkɔkra aisa akyekyedeɛ nanteɛ a kyerɛ sɛ omo ɛte ase a enye yi na awerɛhosɛm ene sɛ akuafo dodoɔ na ene wɔ hɔ no omo do aburo omo dɔ cashew ne nneɛma ɛkeka no nnɔbaeɛ no kra ɛba kwan obetuma fa so aka ebetumi akɔ mfuom meyi free nkuro keto ade aba ekura kɛseɛ no na akɔ ebo akyebedin
mo amobae mo sɛ gatas wo hɔ me hu ne sɛ gata ne so a nsuo to a ebetimi abeta ha nyina na ka nkɔ etimi beta ha nyina na ka nkɔ nti ya disrage ne se aban no mboae
kwan de enye ti e se empiso moye ne kwan de munya ne kam fam so to dia ne ko no la se me se bia de wuro mo ma me ba ko wa nwane kwan ne ko fa no ena me na ba sisi a ti kwan de kana mo moye
kwan we de ya kan wa samu kwan de bad it was a sense to ofura ko pima kraso de this whole park moto and to say politics so bad that time you see them they will be here saying that mutuma ya say but we see nothing we just see if you they just deceive that we are doing it but that we happy say be we benja ko no must stop it
kwa no enya kura ya no ba kura nyina let me kawuram abra enya obi mato so for kura adimi nko nti se de ya hand de sabi saba amwae na ye ho ba kire ye pinu mo ye no be 2 years wa sha ase and transport bia mai yes say wonyema omwae na niema nkoso na enya nidi mo bone no
ehun say aban no ebo ama kwan na timi aye papa no je nanka aye ne kwanso anu nanso so em say wo mo de o mo sa abeka aye enso to a enema bebre asai ya na kwan no enye enso to say o mo timi enko school enti no o mo de o mo sa abeka de na ye sere say o mo timi aboa ama enema nyina timi aye totin se ne be ya akuafo so o mo so omodi omudwuma ho no so no omatimi anya kwan akodi omudwuma
Emrashe Bedwani awo Offenso North onokrasa ye Deputy Minister for Local Government and Rural Development Onyamfo Collins Augustine Anim eso ne youth in some for atwetwe nkomo efa sa akwan ahodue
eye madwen ene mempaibo sa Offenso North ye be poso aye mpuntuo ama na drum pempenso a se oyi kumasi free ho no a na chese Offenso North ne ho no buko emuhuni a kwan a beboa na open up the districts na aboa ma akwaniaba akoso ne mpuntu aba ho no hunu bi ha no the road elenke sunyane bechem to akomadan afrancho ene ne kuro no nyina no we are hoping say within the next 16 months contractor na give assurance on because asphalt roads.
Yɛtɔ so abankrama mu na ɛkɔ Tema West na amanfo a ɛwɔ Tema West kura ɛfrɛ wɔ Agyeiwaa wɔn ɔde nsɛm ato dwa sɛ no kura ni deɛ akrɔmfo ɛyɛ ɔmo no ano ɔde mpa am robbers kyerɛ sɛ ɔmo mo ɔmo na ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ mpanimfoɔ mɛhwɛ na banbɔ nkɔ so yie ɛwɔ mmeaeɛ no so ɛsan sɛ Agyeiwaa ɛne ne mpatam no kura ni ɔmo da ɔmo na ɛsan sɛ akrɔmfoɔ sɛ wɔn si di ɔmo so anadwo ɛni
problem ɛwɔ ha nie akrɔmfoɔ mo ha yɛ adwi akrɔmfoɔ ebia wia wo fie wo be ho na akrɔmfoɔ ahwe wo no ma ba fie nim o ma ba wia wo na nu o mo ba ye timber market honum na mobile money ni bi wo ho o mo kɔ attack no e bonutuo onu sisi other hospital and na 3 days today susu nkrɔfoɔ bi wo mimi fie n'echi o mo ba sisa ye ni port or di nu aduane ni niama e di koye na mi anka sɛ ne ewia we yesi bia ba mi fie ho enu kra mi ni ho mi kwa ye mi ba ye no mo boy amane se bibi sa na akoso wo fie ho
oyetimi frɛ police fo eba wo obia normal no wa frɛ no no so afrɛ police omo mo wotim no timi beboa but sometimes no on beba no nature of the road no na sat ebedu satam na ete bia yetimi chi omo ete bi nso omo timi kɔ police fo beba no na omo kɔ ma asitran yetim wo ha no eya na wo ye mo hyehye wo ebi e wapon adwuma ukunu apon adwuma umia bi apon adwuma oba bi apon adwuma bad road nti obi betimi aye ne bibi because anaju ekwan nye enipa ne di n'echi a wo be oba den hu
eti ye aban se obetnya boa ya aha so yesu ye nipa yeti ha yesu ye kro na Tema West no ye kan obi nti Carlos on hwe mobo mema won ka se aha format aban ma no nti on ba behwe kwa na maye MPP for so mo kan bi MPP for so mo ha nti yesre no ye deba for ye bre wa pa kwa no ha ye
wo wi road na ya hu afi aha no na me ache ene no na ka wo Tema West wo ka na me ba ne ba ba nye ko na me fe me ha silolo e ba no wo ka me wi no asombe wo mana po ba ka nyem no na wi aka ele no na ba no ka me ba ko no de je wo bia me road there ya ke amabi ahun aka me na amaka aka me noko bona o Robin kan na gribi na laje ni papane e fa ka bene ko mi wi no ko ya ke aka me ko ka je pa kwa sha man bi na me wi o sane na ba sha ma aka me ko je nka ba aka tula ko bi na ba ha tiris bi ba ha me ko ya je ko yo ne
madisre de ma aban ni se ankrofo wa je ko jo se se o musuro o muntimi nda o yentimi ntina je ko jo adisre de ni se eye kwan no o mu hwe no mu nya ye kwan ye ka tema wesun hwe sakumo no hwe committee 2 committee 3 na hwe aje ko jo na hwe lashibi nti o mu nya bibi fa road no humaye na security issues no so omuntimi increase the security force and now omuntimi equip omu because the security or the police station they have only one car which one car the area is more than a car. So I'm just appealing to the authority to just come to our aid in Agyeiwaa.
I believe if this structure is put to shape and then some personnel brought to man it, police will be at our doorsteps. And our presence alone, it even scare away criminals. So I think we should put our heads together this evening to see how best we can bring police closer to you.
Observant ha and the Bremen Kwama Erica Sebodina SC, that this way chocolate drink as a sanso and especially in water. Se boy ready and se we at the April. We did say by Medin at the Anim Addo many.
Akua Agyeiwaa Kodie Odent hair one no and a year meeting no emamie. Denta any Esther obe from 0242 307766 na why you become ama ho ayefe. Yadamu nyina masi ama mumu ehnesha adishi.
Welcome to your money-making class with NLA 590 Mobile. Today, we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 2 on the menu for Too Sure. To win with Too Sure, also known as Direct 2, select 2 numbers from 1 to 90. You win 240 times your stake amount if both of your selected numbers appear in any order. Do remember to separate the 2 numbers by a space. Thank you for your attention. And remember, you can stake your favorite NLA 590 lottery on your phone or online right now. All wins are paid same day, in full, and direct to your Momo. Follow us on Facebook at Kid NLA Mobile or on Instagram at Kid NLA. Please dial 027-650-2070 or 027-650-2071 for any assistance. 590 Mobile and down some.
Boss Too Sure. We're international numbers. Yes, among we bebo.
Boss Too Sure.
Customer.
Come.
No. Boss Too Sure, I've been telling you, my sister. Me Too Sure, no. It's direct from the NLA office.
Sika some there. Me friend Diago.
Why was it
Too Sure? No, a conquer.
Sister, who be did? Who be the deep pattern? I'm catching out. Hey! Boss Too Sure. You see, shine your eyes. People are impersonating people in the name of knowing them at the National Lottery and giving fake numbers to people. It is never possible that anyone will see the number ahead of time. It is not true. It's even almost getting to 4 o'clock. If you like me, I'm going there. I'm going to witness everything with my own naked eye. them wa. But more to
for one man.
Yo, everyone for yechiamu ene enumere. Your Brennan Hall ha inside the National Lottery Authority, the famous money-making hall. And se said they must say NLA ama lotto cha ayede. Se say sikan framano ebomo left right anyhow. Sana your panel if you say empenyu for say only abua Agyeiwaa edi agora wo kotokro enka shoda kweku. If you say a hwa and odi or the wadi ebebro, and to say only NLA edi agora, we seek asem and coffee muda. To say oh call lower, ye be bow taught. And to say bibia kama amount on Zadiano. And the Uhian say oh beto abanibi. Not to say ye be sort out. And ye Fortune Thursday. Sorry. And ye the midweek Bremo live our Brennan Hall. I'm share your live. Our United Television so. Meeting Ede Jessica Williams and I will be to me afreme akwantre hima. And I'm also meeting Ede Kwekwa Asante. Sena oba na kanina. It's a Wednesday. Ukwada so dia na me there cause yes. Wednesday born so ndi egum. Ni enso so there. Ye di shran be ba beta etre. Tebuzu afo yakogin kratwo ba ko ye ba ye the business of the day ba be hihye so. Twen ye ba sisi.
They say fortune favors the brave. Hey, why be that? Sweet to me anytime I take 590. We win all before. We left 5 direct.
No time to track time, so I declare 3 numbers and check out.